Hello math learners, so for today's video we are going to continue our lesson 26 in Mathematics 10. So last video ay discuss ko yung tungkol sa quartile. So yung kita yung mukha ko. So hindi ko muna yan yung mukha ko kasi hindi pala ako mapag-pen tab. So now let us proceed to deciles. So when we say decile, so wait. So it has a 9 values along the scale that divide the set of data into 10 equal parts. The deciles are denoted as d sub 1, d sub 2, d sub 3 up to d sub 9. So we can illustrate deciles in the same manner that quartiles were illustrated. However, we will describe deciles using the figure below. So decile 9, that 90% of data has a value of less than or equal to decile 9. That's 80%, 70%, 60%, 50%, or half of the that is equivalent to quartile 2. So decile 4, 40%, decile 3, 30%. So automatic yung kanilang 20% and 10%. Deciles are full exploring the spread of a data set as they show the smallest as well as the largest values of the distribution. Deciles are often used in financial fields for statistical analysis. So we have examples will help us understand deciles more. So example 1 illustrates the sales in thousands of pesos of the 13 products sold by an online seller for the first quarter of the year. So let's say from the 1,000 pesos, so 20% means that the sales is equal to or less than 3,000. 20%, the decile 2, 3K. D sub 3 means that 30% has less than 4K. Decile 5, 6K. So 6K, 50%. 6%, so that is 7K. Sorry sa pangit ng sulat. Next, decile 8, so that is 8K. So that is those following the decile value. Next, Miss Roberto gave an assessment to her student in mathematics. The 5.5 decile for the time it took to finish the test was 42 minutes. What does it mean? So answer, so 5.5, so that is between decile 5 and decile 6. Okay, means that decile 55% in of the distribution, 55%. Kasi 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So what is the between? So that is 55%. So this means that 55% of the learners finish the test in 42 minutes or less. Okay, maybe earlier than 42. 45% of the students finish the test in 42 minutes or more. 45%. But where's the 45%? Ito yun. Between. So that is decile 4.5. Again, so 45% the student finished the test in 42 minutes or more, medyo late pa. Then at the rest, yung mga earlier. Next, example 3, Martin bought an insurance from company A. The market value of company A is in the 7th decile or D sub 7 of all the top insurance companies in the country. Should Martin be glad about this data or not? So explain the answer. So now the answer is 70% of the top insurance companies in the country has a market value that is less than or equal to the market value of company A. And we have 30% of the top insurance companies in the country has a market value that is greater than or equal to the so since that's the 7, so we have 70% and the remaining is 30. Companies of the so 30% of the top insurance companies in the country has a market value that is greater than or equal to the market value of company A. So you think that Marty should be glad about this data or not? So this is the final. Martin should be pleased because the higher market value means the higher the asset of company. He made a wise decision in buying insurance from company. So the answer, Martin should be glad. Okay. Example 4. So wait. During the school's annual health check for students, Kim found out from her BMI that she is in 9th decile in height. So, but in the 3rd decile in weight. Ano daw? What does this data tell Kim? According to the data, so BMI, that is the combination of your height and weight. Okay? So we can also nakalimutan ko. So compared with other students her age, Kim is taller than 90% of them and weight more than 30% of them. We can also conclude that Kim is taller and thinner compared with the most of students in her school. Okay, that's the answer. Kumbaga sa health check ng student, kumbaga siya yung pinakamatangkad sa 90% of students. No? Then, syempre, 30%. Okay. Now, proceed na tayo sa percentiles. The last side lesson or sub-lesson of the lesson 26. The illustration. Percentiles are used for comparing values of mostly very large populations. For this reason, most schools use percentiles extensively. You're already familiar what percentiles is all about, no? That's percentage. For instance, percentiles are used in ranking students based on their scores in the entrance exam of certain universities and community college programs. Percentiles are also used in ranking job applicants for certain position in the company. The percentiles are also the scale of 100 that indicates the percent of a distribution that is equal or below it. The percentile are the 99 scores points which divide the distribution into 100 equal parts so that each part represents the data set. Excuse me, it is used to characterize values according to the percentage below them. For example, the first percentile or piece of one separates the lowest 1% from the another 99%. The second percentile separates the 2% from the 98% and so on. Like in percentile 1, so that they are divided. Let's say in the percentile 10, then the remaining is 90. Ganun po. Let us illustrate percentiles and compare it with that of quartiles and deciles by using the figure below. So as you can see, this is the illustrations from quartile, deciles, and percentile. So as you can see, the half. So sige, simulan natin sa half. So this is the equivalent. Kapag the median of the data, so quartile 2, in quartiles that is Q sub 2, in deciles that is D sub 5, in percentile that is P sub 50. A percentile is a comparison score between a particular score and the scores of the rest of the group. It shows the percentage of scores that a particular score surpassed. Excuse me. For example, if your score is 75 points on the test and is ranked in the 85th percentile, it means that your score of 75 is higher than 85% of the scores of all those who took the test. So, to understand percentile, so let us study the following example. Your height is 1.8 meters, and you are the 4th tallest in the group of 20. So, 20. Use the percentile to explain what it means. So, if you're the 4th tallest of the group, as you can see dito, from tallest, from the 2nd to the tallest, 3rd to the tallest, and 4th to the tallest of the group of 20. Imagine this is 20. So the remaining 80% is, later on, I will explain. If you are the 4th tallest in a group of 20, it means 80% of people are shorter than you. So, yung 80% na to, ito yung mas maliit pa sa iyo. Okay? So, if you are the there's some, this group also means that your height of 1.8 meters is in the 80% percentile height in that group. Okay. Ayan. If you're the 4th tallest, so, yeah. Now, example 2. On a item 20 item mathematics 10, the 70th percentile for number of correct answers was 16. Describe the 70 percentile in the solution. What was it? A good result? So una muna, explain muna natin. This means that 70% of the students answered 16 or fewer questions correctly. Fewer. When you say fewer, konti lang. So it also means that 30% of the students answer 16 or more questions correct. So, was it a good result? Okay. No. If 16 belongs to the lower percentile, then it would be a good result since it would assure us that more students obtain scores that are greater than or equal to 16. So that's not good. Kasi yung 16 ay nasa lower percentile. Okay? Next, next example, on a 60-point essay, the 20th percentile for the number of points earned was 52. What does the 20th percentile tell us of the student's performance in the essay? So, the data tell us that 20% of the students got a score of 52 points or lower. The data also tell us that 80% of students get a score of 52 points or more. This is a good performance because getting a higher points on an essay is desirable. Okay? Kaya tama. Kaya goods. Okay? So, next. Example 4. During the Bulacan Provincial Meet, the 40th percentile for point score in a basketball game by a player is 88 points, rather 8. What is the meaning of this 40th percentile in the provincial meet and has a basketball 8 points? So, in the 40th, pinagbabasihan po natin dito yung yung given ng points sa percentage. Then, we are going to indicate also the remaining. So, yun po. So, kung medyo magulo ngayon, sa illustration pa lang tayo, no? Kaya wala pa tayong computation. Kung sa next lesson po natin ng grade 10 ay may di-discuss ko rin kung paano mag-compute ng asan dun ang decile 1 or quartile 1. Meron pong formula by calculating the measures. So ngayon kasi ang lesson natin illustrating. Siguro sa next lesson calculating naman. Siyempre meron tayong computation. So balik tayo. It also means that 60% of the basketball players scored 8 points or more. Kasi dito sabi, 4 points scored in basketball players, it is 8 points. So possibly 40% scored points or fewer. Mababa lang. So ito naman, kasi kung natin, gawa tayo ng number na. Kung halimbawa, ito ang percentile 40, piece of 40. And this is the P sub 16. Possibly lower. Diba? Sorry, burarain na natin. And ito naman, ay, ano natin? Or more. Yun po yung chance. Okay, sana po nag-get. Sorry. Now, so this is now your math work. So you are going to determine the following correct answers. So now, I hope you have learned something today, and math learning is fun. So it is complicated to consider that it's fun, but hopefully you can enjoy your mathematics learning. So that's all for today.